What if me a monster? Please consider liking and subscribing, as I have clearly been left alone too long. Nom 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 nom. Trisha Paytas has the internet cracking up because she went off on Gabbie Hanna in a 17-minute rant. Trisha was so angry, she turned into her own comment section, saying, "You're delusional at least a dozen times, and you're a liar," and she was fired up. Now, if anybody has a reason to dislike Gabbie Hanna, it's Trisha Paytas. And it's no secret I'm no fan of Trisha Paytas, but the points go to her on this one. The catalyst for Trisha's video was not just the entitlement everybody saw in Gabbie when she practically demanded that she go trending, but also it's everything else she's doing. I mean, in part, of course, it's about views, but she was also defending Nick Snyder, and that earned Trisha some points with me because I really like Nick Snyder, and it's good to see somebody sticking up for him against Gabbie Hanna. In Gabbie Hanna's live stream, which I actually watched, which is incredible because I don't watch stuff like that, but it was a bit of a train wreck that I couldn't look away from. She did refer to Nick as like a narcissistic abuser. She didn't just refer to Nick, she said that's what they are. Either all of her detractors or all drama channels, I'm not sure, but she said they are narcissistic abusers. And at first I thought it was kind of funny that she was using strange psych terminology, and then I found out she actually has a psychology degree from the University of Pittsburgh. So I have to ask, why is she diagnosing people over the internet? That's Psych 101. You don't do that. It's considered highly unethical, and I just thought it was strange anyway. Even if she didn't have a psych degree, it's just a weird thing to say as soon as somebody doesn't like you. Any criticism she gets, she just really has a heightened reaction to. She shushed her boyfriend or fiance. The moment he tried to talk, she actually did this gesture with her arms, like the universal sign for shush, and is like, baby, 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 and like cut him off to say whatever she had to say that was so important, and never went back to him to say, "I'm sorry I interrupted, what were you going to say?" It was like his point didn't matter at all. That's right, she put baby in a corner. There's just a lot of things to not like about her, and I'm going to link Nick's rant below, as well as Trisha's, of course. And I couldn't agree more with Trisha that Gabbie could have intervened with her young viewers and suggested they stop doing some of the inappropriate things they were doing with Nick's pages, if you know what I mean. I will say, usually when Trisha goes off on one of her rants about people, I find it rather cringy. She's over the top, she's emotional, but she was on the right side of the argument here. And how can I fault her for going off on someone who started the rumor about her that she did? Now, Trisha never actually says that Gabbie started the rumor about the thing she told Jason Nash Trisha had. Remember that? It rhymes with chirpies. So we don't want to get a visit from Count de Monet. But anyway, she never accused her of starting the rumor. She accused her of going with a rumor. But I never heard Trisha actually accuse Gabbie of starting the rumor in this particular video. And the fact is, as far as I'm concerned, Gabbie pulled that out of her own arse because she just felt like saying it. That's what I think of her. I totally think she's capable of doing that. By all accounts, she's done some Machiavellian stuff. At one point, Trisha's like, a record label was never coming for you, and that really cracked people up. In fact, I saw Dustin Daly had just that part of the video up today, that she was saying, Gabbie had been saying that, labels won't come for her if, A, B, and C happens and people talk about her. So Trisha Paytas said they were never coming, and she said, I sing like you-know-what, and you sing like you-know-what. So they're not coming. And she's like, auto-tune, whatever. Most YouTubers sing like you-know-what, is what Trisha was saying. And that's the first time I've heard Trisha say it, that sentence, that way. I think Trisha knows that she's been called delusional about her singing many, many times. And she'll usually say things like, maybe I'm not the best singer, which is not saying she's not a good singer. I mean, Celine Dion can say, maybe I'm not the best singer, but here she is lumping herself together with Gabbie. We can't sing is what she's saying. And I have to correct her here. Gabbie can carry a tune. Trisha is completely tone deaf. Her voice is terrible. I think I've rarely heard her sing a note on key. And before you come for me, yes, I can sing on key, but Gabbie Hanna can also sing on key. I think that her last song, Special, I don't like how breathy, throaty it is, especially in the beginning parts. It's okay, it starts out like that, but then it kind of stays like that. And it seems, according to some people on the interwebs, that Gabbie had voice coaches and fired them. And that brings me to this. She apparently has a history of being a diva and giving people a hard time. According to Trisha, she says you've lied on set, you've given people a hard time about your workout schedule, your eating schedule, all this stuff. And if you look at how Gabbie is like having these fits about not trending, she does seem like that. She seems like, the kind of person who'd give a list for the thread count she needs before she gets to the hotel. And I'm not going to tell you which actors do that. I'm certainly not going to, reveal that it was Catherine Zeta-Jones. But anyway, she definitely has this reputation, and that got me thinking, this is one of the reasons I have friends who still talk to Trisha and like Trisha, because Trisha is not mean to people off YouTube. She's done a lot of stuff to apologize. I don't like her trolling at all, but she, by all accounts, is always nice to people. I think that there's something more pleasant about what she does. Even though I don't think Trisha can sing, Trisha creates these musicals. She genuinely loves it, and she's doing it to touch her dreams. That's an admirable quality. That I do think is okay. First of all, it's her money to spend as she wants. I hope she has rainy day money, because she seems to put a lot of money into another musical and another musical. But it's what gives her joy. It's not something where she thinks, she's going to win a Grammy. And that I can appreciate. But I do think that Gabbie Hanna, if there's anything I noticed from Trisha's video, Gabbie Hanna takes herself too seriously. And I had a new appreciation for why Trisha has survived as long as she has survived. I still think she does some dipshit stuff, but Trisha has survived a long time on YouTube, and Gabbie would be wise to take some advice for her. One of the things that Trisha seems to understand is that there is an ebb and a flow to what happens to your channel on YouTube. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, people come back, things happen. Listen, there's a reason TV shows go off the air, because people get their fill, and the same thing seems to happen on YouTube. But here's where it looks bad for Trisha. She said that Gabbie Hanna was possibly the worst songwriter, and then accuses her of not even writing her own songs. So of course this appeared on Gabbie's timeline, and you don't even have to go back a day to find some of Gabbie's tweets about Trisha's video. Gabbie retweeted somebody who said, Trisha talks some bleep about her music, but yet she calls Butterflies genius, pick a side. And Gabbie said, also, wait, am I the worst songwriter ever, or do I not write my own music? Because I think we need to pick an angle here. Well, in fact, in the video, they show the side-by-side clips, one of Trisha saying that Gabbie's the worst songwriter, and then Trisha singing Butterflies horribly in her car, and then saying it's genius. So yeah, that does look bad for her. But, maybe Trisha will think quick on her feet and say it was one of her alts that liked it. Out of curiosity, I went and listened to a bit of the song Butterflies and wound up clicking off about not even halfway through. I thought the video quality was great. Production value, fantastic. The singing annoyed me again, just like in Special. It's very sort of breathy, squeaky, like it sounds like she's about to use her pipes and then she never does. And I just found it kind of weak personally on the vocals, and that is just how I hear it. So other people might really love it. I will say she's in another stratosphere from Trisha, because she is on key and Trisha can't even stay on key for one letter. Oh, that her singing Butterflies in the car was cringy. Gabbie Hanna did a video about a month ago on her channel, I will link it below, in which she says that she and Trisha were cool even after the issues of her talking to Jason Nash about the rumors. She said that she and Trisha were in a good place even though they weren't besties, and she was worried about her. That's why she didn't mind contacting her even though Trisha would ghost her. So you can decide for yourself. She of course released DMs, because that's what people do now. And this image you're looking at here is the thumbnail for Special. She looks like she had too many margaritas and got on the tilt-a-whirl. I'm not spoon. Where Trisha's rant really went off the rails for me was when she started saying that people still F with me, Gabbie, because I take accountability. I admit when I'm wrong. I about spit out my drink. Are you kidding me? We would be here all day if I went over the legion that is Trisha's lies, trolling, and not taking accountability. If by accountability you mean completely ignoring any and all heat until it dies down and then doing something ridiculous right after that, then yeah, that's your version of taking accountability. It was really just at that point I had to laugh and say, the hypocrisy here. I mean, come on. This has to be for views because there's no way anyone could claim that Trisha takes accountability. And I think what happens is people forget the stuff she does. That's kind of her skill, is to just have so much stuff out there that people aren't that interested in it, but she gets the views and then it just kind of goes through people's mind like a sieve, and she's off doing the next ridiculous thing. Because when it comes up in certain videos, people will go, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot she dated that weird guy. Oh, I forgot she tried to pretend she knew Robin Williams before he was even cold. Oh, I forgot. It's just like it goes on and on. So her skill is kind of having people forget and just looking at what she's doing presently. Then again, what if they're both monsters? If you've listened this far, I so appreciate you. As always, I will be shamelessly hawking all of my things below, my merch, my P.O. box, my Twitter, my Instagram, my. Anyway, thank you again, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Is anybody having a little drama fatigue like I am? I don't know. I mean, people are making videos about videos that Toddy hasn't made yet, so that's where we're at. Is there another drama drought? Let me know what you guys think. I look forward to our interactions as always. And until next time, Hausfrau out.